What sets San Diego apart from other cities across the U.S.?
I think it's a couple things. And, first and foremost, our innovation economy attracts global talent from literally everywhere. We, of course, have some of the top research universities in the world. And really, when you talk about our proximity to Mexico, our proximity to Asia, our mega region, as we like to call it, we're one of the largest regions for things like medical device manufacturing, the work we're doing on aerospace. We are doing great things here, and all of that goes into the mix.
As mayor and former city councilman for several years, how have you seen the startup culture impact San Diego?
The amount of growth in our startup culture has been incredible. Our story has so much to do with smart, creative, innovative entrepreneurs that are creating jobs and businesses. It's what we, that San Diego can-do spirit that's continuing to thrive. We had about 400 startups just last year. That culture is something I'm very proud of as mayor, and one that I'm working very hard to foster.
Sure. Just how important are startups to job growth and the innovation economy in San Diego?
Well, new businesses means new jobs and new opportunities, and that's what this is all about, which is opportunities. As we account for, all of our new businesses probably account for about 20% of our growth last year. That's terrific. That's the exact type of thing that we want to continue. That's the thing we want to expand. And one of the best things about startups is they create an idea where, they create a culture where ideas are encouraged, new ways to approach things. That's the synergy that I think makes us unique here in San Diego.
Recently, San Diego has received national attention for its innovation and small business growth. How can we continue to build upon that momentum?
Well, we have to keep getting the word out. We're a smart city with smart people. That's who we are. And, events that bring people together from across the country, like San Diego Startup Week, are a great way that we can really promote our city and our region. So, I'll tell you, I'm very excited about the fact that San Diego was named one of the world's smartest cities by National Geographic. That's being shown to 272 million people across the globe. That's great news for San Diego.
San Diego has seen hundreds of new startups launch each year, yet 90% of the startups statistically fail. What can we do in San Diego to ensure our startups don't fall into the margin?
Well, we have that culture of collaboration that I think is very important. It really helps us talk and communicate as great ideas happen. Some come to fruition, some don't. But it's that networking, that resources, that startup culture that I think is one of the things that gives us a competitive advantage in San Diego. Startups are trying something new, and that's what it's all about. You don't always succeed on the first time. But bright minds, creative folks usually can help figure out the right thing to do. And even if it's a different thing, it's about innovating. And that's how the next big idea gets generated.
In the past few years, we have seen a large growth in the startup ecosystem in Tijuana and across the border. What are we doing to build an infrastructure to cultivate these cross-border partnerships?
One of my biggest objectives as mayor is to grow our businesses, our small businesses. It's the backbone of our economy. One of the best ways that we can do that is to continue to work more collaboratively and effectively with our friends and partners in Mexico. The relationship that we have with Tijuana, with Mayor Astizaran, who I communicate on a weekly basis, only strengthens the ties in our opportunities, the infrastructure that we're working on, the investment that we're working on. We don't say it's two cities, we say it's one region, and we mean it. And we're telling people it's not about offshoring, it's about nearshoring. Look at the opportunities that we have in the mega region that is San Diego and Tijuana and Northern Baja. So, it's very important that we keep those networking abilities. I was in Mexico City with the chamber not too long ago. We have a strong business relationship, just like we have strong cultural ties. And the more that we foster that, that means good jobs, good quality jobs on both sides of the border.